Now, we've ranked fast food mascots on this channel before, but we've never actually ranked the restaurants themselves, and that's what we're gonna do here today. I was not planning on doing this video at all, but I've run out of ideas, so we're gonna talk about fast food now. So this list that I pulled up, once again, it's another tier list. Half of it, as you can see, is on the never had section. And you might be wondering, why are you doing a tier list where half of the restaurants you haven't even tried? Well, to answer your question, these ones don't matter. That's the reality of it. No one likes these. No one likes Whataburger. No one likes Waffle House, Zaxby's. Who cares about those ones, right? These are the ones that people care about. Just like Burger King. This list is gonna suck, man. Starting us off is Arby's. Now, I haven't had Arby's in a long time. I don't really remember what I got from Arby's. Here's the thing, I don't really see the point in Arby's. Which sounds like a strange thing to say, but like their whole thing is like roast beef, sandwiches, and like cold cuts. Like you could just make that at home. It's kind of messed up, and kind of maybe that's elitist for me to say, but you know, that's just my opinion. The only thing I think that they have that's like really redeeming for them is like the curly fries, which I think are good. If I remember them correctly, I think they're okay. But besides that, I don't really see the point in them. This is getting I'll be nice, I'll give them a C. I can see this getting moved down lower as we rank more things, but right what the fuck? But for right now, I think C is a good spot for this to stay. Oh my god, I'm not even sick. I was sick when I ended the last video, the Pikmin one. That's when I got sick. I'm not sick anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I just started coughing all of a sudden. Baja Fresh. Okay, Baja Fresh. I have Baja Fresh maybe twice a year, once or twice a year. This is my go-to whenever I need to take a flight. It's always at every airport that I'm ever at, and it's always the first thing that's open next to the goddamn Burger King, which I'll get to Burger King in a second. Don't worry. But Baja Fresh is always open, and it's always not bad. I only ever get the breakfast stuff, so I don't know if they must have like lunch things, but I only go there for breakfast because all my flights are in the morning. And it's pretty good. I'd say for airport food, it's good. And I think relative, there we go, that's the word, relative to the rest of the list, and I'm looking at what else we have, I think this is gonna rank pretty high. I'm giving this a B. I don't know why there's no A. I don't know, we need to add an A. Add a row below. There we go. We got an A tier now. There we go. Yeah, but I'm gonna leave it at B. I can see this moving up to A though. We'll see what happens. Burger King. Okay. This is where I'm gonna piss some of you guys off. Burger King is the worst of the mainline fast food restaurants. It is, and I'm not saying this because I want to be a contrarian. I don't know what the public consensus is on Burger King, but they did something that pissed me off. They introduced, not too long ago, this item called the Chiking, and it was by far the best fast food fried chicken sandwich on the market. Better than Popeyes, better than Chick-fil-A, better than all of these other schmucks. This thing blew it out of the water. It came from Burger King. The Beef King dropped the best chicken sandwich, and it was the best thing on the menu by far. And of course, in the Burger King's brilliant mind, he decided, oh, people really like this is the best thing on the menu, I'm gonna take it off the menu and replace it with something even worse. And for that crime alone, Cane's. Okay, so Cane's is, you go to a Cane's and you know what to expect, right? It's simple, the menu's small, but they specialize in what they're good at. And you know what, you have to respect them for it. You don't go to Cane's to have a diverse menu. You go there to get some chicken fingers and to pour cane sauce down your throat. And you know what? I give them an A. I think for what I almost just spit everywhere. I think for what they are, very, very good, very solid, good chicken, and a great sauce. Yeah, that's it. Carl's Jr. Okay, I know I've been to a Carl's Jr. before. I only remember one time eating it. It was also like Baja Fresh at an airport. One of the only things open. This was near the peak of COVID. It was like right before everything shut down. And I remember I got a thing of like chicken tenders. Do they have that? I think did I have Carl's Jr.? I don't remember this. Do I rank this if I don't remember it, or do I just put it in the never had? You know what? For the sake of Carl's Jr., for the sake of like maybe I'll revisit this list later when I can rank more things. I'm putting this in never had, just to be fair. Just to be fair to even the playing field out. That's what I'm doing. Chick-fil-A. Now, politics aside, I think Chick-fil-A is pretty solid. I think everything you get at Chick-fil-A, not bad. You can't go to Chick-fil-A and have a bad experience, I think. Let's put this at B. I think I like Cane's a little bit more, but Chick-fil-A is solid. Chipotle, also another place where you know exactly the type of food you're gonna get. And also Chipotle, for a fast food Mexican burrito place, not bad. Not the best fast food Mexican place. Not the best fast food burrito-based Mexican place. So for that reason, I cannot give this the best. Although we do have a Chipotle pretty close to where I'm currently situated, and I never go there. But when I do go there, I'm always really, really happy with my meal. I would give this an A. I'll give it an A. Not the best, you get that out of there. It's an A. I think everything that I've had from there is really solid. So, yeah, A. Denny's. Okay. Denny's is probably the closest I will get to experiencing a Waffle House. There was a Denny's back home. When I say back home, I mean back in my home in Hawaii. If you guys didn't know, I grew up, not where I currently am right now, but I grew up in Hawaii. And there was a Denny's really, really close to both my house and my high school. And this Denny's was sort of like a religious place for my high school band. After every football game, every concert, whatever the hell, every single event, they would just go there. And that would be like their little hangout spot thing. But also at this Denny's, people got put into comas and got into fights, you know? So, and also the staff there was very rude and the food kind of sucked. So for that reason alone, I give it a D. D for Denny's, I think that's pretty fair. Domino's Pizza. I very recently have had Domino's for the first time. I'm talking within the year. First time I ever had Domino's. And you know what? I think it's probably the best fast food pizza chain. And looking at the rest of this list, yeah, it is the best fast food pizza chain. I don't know if I can in good conscience give it the best, because I can't really differentiate why I like it so much better than all the other pizza places, other than it just tastes better. But yeah, I guess it just tastes better. I'll give it an A at least. I'll give it an A. I don't mind giving it an A. Yeah, Dairy Queen. Never had actual solid food from Dairy Queen. Only ever had a Blizzard. But goddamn, when the Blizzard hits, it's pretty damn good. I do think it's the best ice cream mix thing. What would you call like a McFlurry-esque thing? It's the best one of those. I think this is, as if you're looking at just like you want a dessert, just something ice cream related, you can't do much better in terms of like fast food options than Dairy Queen. I dream of having a Blizzard at least once a month. This is getting the best, even though I haven't had most of their menu. That Oreo Blizzard is deserving enough of being put in the best. Easy. Firehouse Subs. Only been here once, and I do not remember eating it. But I know I've been here. I think I liked it. It was for some kind of promotion thing. I forget what it was, but it was some kind of event thing they were holding on. It was like a fundraiser or something. So I went to support that I do not remember what I got, and I do not remember eating it. And also, to be fair, if we're gonna treat Charles Jr., if I'm gonna treat Carl's Jr. a certain way, I feel like I have to treat Firehouse that same way. This is getting put in never had. We will rank it one day, maybe. I just realized we've only ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've only ranked 9 things. Oh boy. Okay. Five Guys. Okay. I know this might be, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna appeal to the bourgeoisie by saying this, but I think Five Guys, in terms of the fast food, fast casual world, is probably the best, I would say. In terms of taste, the best. The Cajun fries, that's what you gotta get. That's what you gotta get, dude. Because they fill up the cup and then they just dump like another serving size into the bag just for you for free. You don't even have to pay for that. I'm guessing it's an apology for making you pay like $400 for a burger and fries. But you know what? I think it's worth it. And also, I think just like the quality of like the ingredients and the meat, it's just all better here. The only issue I have with Five Guys is like if you get like is it called All the Way? Is that when they just put everything in it? If you get that, it's really messy to eat. But if you can look past it, taste-wise, it's probably the best you could do. And also, all the add-ons, I'm pretty sure are free. Or maybe you have to pay for like 1 or 2 items, or like to add on to it. But for the most part, they're free. So I'm like, yo, S. I don't think it's a good deal. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a good deal, but taste-wise, not bad. IHOP. I'll be honest, I haven't had IHOP in like a decade. But I can tell you this, it is not good. There's a reason I haven't had IHOP in a decade. It's because it's not good. I don't remember ever walking out of an IHOP and feeling good about myself and what I ate and my decisions in life. This gets an F. It's not even the best pancakes on the market. You can get better pancakes anywhere else, I think. You can get better pancakes at Denny's. That's debatable, actually, but I don't know. I can't give this anything higher than an F. I have never had a single good experience at an IHOP. In-N-Out, okay. In-N-Out is probably, in terms of value, easily the best on this list, by far. It's really, it's kind of, you feel like you're robbing the place whenever you go to an In-N-Out, because like a cheeseburger is like $3-4. You can't. That doesn't exist anymore because of inflation. You can't get a cheeseburger for $4 unless you get like a little child-sized one that's like this big. And also, it tastes not bad. It's pretty goddamn good. You got the secret menu with your like, what is it? Animal style? Animal whatever. I forget already. I forget. It's really early in the morning, and I'm coming off of a cold. So In-N-Out, I don't think it tastes as good as Five Guys, but it's still really goddamn good. And for what it is, it's so much better than pretty much any other fast food burger place that's not Five Guys. This gets an A, easy A. Jack in the Box. It's kind of wild that Jack in the Box is a restaurant that even exists, because it's like, it's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. There's nothing in here that's particularly amazing. Everything ranges from either good to just straight up bad. And it's like, I've had a wide variety of things from Jack in the Box, which, by the way, is not an accomplishment. But I don't remember loving anything. It's all like, oh, this is a thing that I'm eating now. So this gets a C. The tacos are gross, but the breakfast stuff is fine. And yeah, I guess that's where it will stay. Jersey Mike's. I get Jersey Mike's mixed up with Jimmy John's. Actually, what is Jersey Mike's actually? Okay, I think I know what this is. I know I've had this before. Is this the one where they freshly slice the meat? Is this the place? I think this is. I'm going to assume that it is. But I think when it comes to sub sandwiches, Jersey Mike's is pretty goddamn good. I think the quality of the meat is, for a sub sandwich, not bad. At least every single layer of the sandwich, I'm talking the veggies, the meat, and the bread, and whatever sauce you put on it, all has a very distinct flavor, which is something that I shouldn't have to say, but given that there's a certain restaurant that is probably on this list that we have not ranked yet, that is also a sub sandwich place, I feel like I need to reiterate that layers of your sandwich should have different tastes to them, and this is what that does. And I think I've never had a bad experience at a Jersey Mike's. This gets a B. Jimmy John's. Seeing as how I got Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's kind of always mixed up, I'm going to assume that they are very similar in my mind and that each of the layers have taste to them and that it's okay. This gets a B. I need to have Jimmy John's again, but I know I've had both of these and they need to just... Why are there two sub sandwich places that start with J that are both huge chains? Of course I'm gonna get them confused. I am old. Jollibee. I am... I don't even know what to say about Jollibee. I've had Jollibee for the first time very recently, a couple years ago. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, the best fast food fried chicken place ever. I'm the type of person, I like me some fried chicken, but I always feel awful after it. And it's just, and that same thing applies to Jollibee as well. That's just something that happens to you after you eat fried chicken. You just feel terrible. But the experience of eating fried chicken is just pure bliss, especially when you're having a spicy Jollibee's box thing, whatever. It's pretty goddamn good. This gets an A. If it would get an S if I didn't feel awful after eating it, but that is also just me. I realize that is my own opinion, and that is just something that is unique to me and my own lifestyle thing. I'm just looking at this now, and I'm looking, there's a lot. A is getting pretty crowded. It's getting pretty full, so we're gonna have to be a little bit more stingy with where we rank things, I think. KFC. It's wild how we're gonna go from the best fried chicken fast food place to easily the worst one. KFC, I've never had a good experience at KFC. The chicken, the skin, it's always soggy and wet. Even if you get it like original crispy, whatever the hell, it's always soggy and wet, and it's gross. It's way too oily. It's too fatty. The Colonel, he's hot, but he doesn't know how to fry a chicken. F. It's not good. I've never had a good KFC piece of chicken before, and I'd much rather go to Jollibee or Popeyes or any like smaller fried chicken place than go to KFC again. There's no point. Also, here's a little fun fact for you guys. One time, there's a KFC near my house back home in Hawaii, same area as this other Denny's, and one day they ran out of chicken. So take that as you will. Little Caesars. Again, it's wild how we just keep getting misfires. Little Caesars, awful. Okay, the one thing they have going for them, and I'm gonna be nice up front before I just tear these people to shreds, before I tear Little Caesar apart, is that they're cheap. It's cheap pizza. Unlike In-N-Out, however, just because it is cheap does not make up for the fact that it's disgusting and that it is awful and that it's gross. Pizza is always super greasy. Ingredients suck. It tastes like it tastes stale for some reason. It tastes old. The only thing that's worth getting from them is the crazy bread, the breadstick things. Those are not bad. Everything else, awful little place, awful little man. I'll give it a D. I'll be nice because I have had something good from them, and it was the crazy bread. Only redeeming quality. That, and also it's cheap. Besides that, no reason to go here. Do not go here. McDonald's. Okay. I don't think you can go to McDonald's and have a bad time. That's a lie. That's actually a lie. It's very rare. It's unless you fuck. I don't even know what to say about McDonald's. It's not good for you, obviously. But when you're in the mood for McDonald's and you have McDonald's, it's the best thing in the world, you know? Nothing on this planet tastes like a chicken McNugget. So when you want chicken McNuggets, you gotta go to McDonald's. And you know what? It's good. It tastes good. And it hits the spot, you know? I don't know. It's an A. It's a classic fast food restaurant. There's nothing in here that I think is particularly bad. There's some items in here that I'm ashamed to say that I love. I'm a big McFlurry fan. I was about to say I'm a slut for the McFlurry, but I'm not gonna say that. That's getting cut out of the video. I promise you that. You know, the McChicken ain't bad either. There's a bunch of things in here that I would eat every day if I could. That's a lie. I would not do that. That sounds horrible. But there's a lot of things in here that I genuinely really, really do enjoy. More so than something from Jack in the Box or Chick-fil-A or... It's wild to me too that I put this above Chick-fil-A. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Okay, now we're coming to arguably the best thing on this list. Moe's. Moe's, for those of you guys who don't know, is Chipotle on steroids. It is the burritos. If you think the burritos you get from Chipotle are big, Moe's got it even bigger. Moe's, I think, has better ingredients. It tastes a lot better. You have more options. I think you have more options as well. But most of all, what makes this better than Chipotle? They give you tortilla chips for free. And I'm not just talking like, oh, you get like a small like take-home bag of like Tostitos or whatever. They bring out like house-made tortilla chips and they dump an absurd amount into the bag of whatever you just ordered. You know how Five Guys dumps like just extra fries into the bag just for free? Same thing with Moe's, but with tortilla chips. So that's an S. That I don't know how else to say this. It's an S. It's worth it. I remember it being a little bit pricey, just like Five Guys, but goddamn it, it's worth it. Panda. I have very, very mixed feelings on Panda Express. Now, I admit, I will say this. I grew up surrounded by Chinese restaurants, fast food Chinese restaurants that were much, much better than Panda Express. Like literally everywhere there was a Panda, there was also another Chinese fast food restaurant that was 10 times better than this. And I've only really just started eating Panda like about a year ago, and it's just, I don't feel satisfied after any Panda Express meal. If anything, I range from still being a little bit hungry to feeling god awful after it. And I don't particularly know why. I think I'm just not used to fast, like heavily processed fast food Chinese food, or at least this processed when it comes to Chinese food. But this is just it. It's fine. The experience of eating it is fine. There's nothing in here that I love. I will eat it, and I will be somewhat okay with it. I give this a C. I think C is fair. I know I just talked a lot of crap about it, but I don't hate anything from it. That's the thing. So I can't put it in D or F. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. There's nothing in here that I love. So C it is. Panera. Do people hate Panera? Because I don't hate Panera. I think it's fine. I think when you want a good soup and sandwich, it's not bad. And I know I just roasted the crap out of Arby's a little bit ago by saying I don't understand why it exists. And I guess Panera, I do kind of feel a little bit of the same way. But goddamn it, the tomato soup from Panera it's pretty goddamn good. I'll give it a B. Just for the tomato soup alone, B. Papa John's, Big Papa. If we separate Papa from the equation, Papa John's used to be my favorite fast food pizza place, and I still think it's pretty goddamn good. I think the ingredients and everything is not as good as Domino's, but he does know how to make a pretty good pie. It's a B. Pizza Hut. I used to think Pizza Hut was bad, straight up bad, but just recently they introduced something called a pizza melt, which is two slices of pizza that are folded over on top of each other, and they make it crispier, and it's I'm ashamed to admit it, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know what makes it so much different from like just a regular two slices from Pizza Hut, but it tastes better. I don't know. That alone makes me put it in B. If I'm just ranking their just regular slices, which are just, honestly, they're oilier than Little Caesars, which I didn't think was possible, but like you open a box of Pizza Hut and like it's just sitting in grease and it's gross. But besides that, if you can look past that, taste-wise, it's fine. It's not anything to write home about. It's just okay. So I'll give it a B for the pizza melt, which is also really oily, but taste-wise, I can look past it. Popeyes, Mr. Popeye, Mr. Popeyes. I like I said before, I like me a good fried chicken. Once again, I feel awful after eating Popeye's chicken, the actual fried chicken. I don't know where I was going with that, but you don't go to Popeye's to get fried chicken. You go there for the sandwich, and god damn it, that sandwich is, ever since Burger King committed a horrible sin, Popeyes has regained its title as the best fast food fried chicken sandwich. This thing is, especially if you get the classic one, you get like an entire breast piece of fried chicken just in between two buns. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they're able to get away with this. It's an A. That sandwich it's top notch. Sparrow. It's Sparrow. It's nothing to write home about. It's fast food fried pizza. That sounds disgusting. Fast food buffet pizza. The pizza is okay. It does feel like you do feel the age that it's been left out and just sitting under a heat lamp for forever. But if you get not a calzone, what is it called? Stromboli, that's what I'm thinking of. You get a Stromboli, Sparrow ain't that bad. It really ain't that bad. It ain't good. It's no pizza melt. I will say that. It's no Papa John's either. But it's pretty good. I'm going to give this a very low B. Actually, B's getting a little crowded. I would give this a high C. High C, low B. Okay? I'm just putting it here because B is getting a little full. And we need to space these out a bit. Shake Shack. Only been to Shake Shack once, but it ain't bad. It ain't too bad. I know I had some kind of burger with like some chilies in it or something. I think that's this place. It's the one with the diaper, right? The burger diaper, whatever they call it. It's pretty good. I give this a B because I do not remember it super well, but I remember liking it. Sonic. There is a very, very great memory I have attached to this particular establishment. Back when I've only had Sonic once. This isn't praise for Sonic, nor does this affect my rating for Sonic, I think. Maybe that'll change after I tell this story. So the first time we ever got Sonic, I was very young. I was with the rest of my family. We just picked it up and we were gonna go back to this hotel we were staying at because we were, traveling and stuff. As we were driving, we got stuck in traffic and, things were kind of getting backed up. And there was a homeless guy walking around to each of the cars, asking for money or whatever. And he comes up to our car, and the person driving is my uncle. He's the one driving, and he's pouring a fucking milkshake down his throat. He's got the lid open, he's pouring it in. This homeless guy is like knocking on the window. He's just like, "Can I get a sip? Can I get a sip?" My uncle is ignoring him. He's just going. He's just drinking the damn thing. And this homeless guy just starts banging on the window, just trying to break through it. And we just continued to ignore him. I was like, what the that's the first time I've ever been, you know, threat, not me personally, but it's the first time a homeless person has ever been aggressive near me. And I think that may have been the first time I've ever seen a homeless person. So Sonic, you get a C for starting my string of bad luck with homeless people. Subway. Subway is, you know what, it gets the job done. There's people out here that hate Subway. I think it's, when you need Subway, it kind of, I guess it hits. There's no taste in any of the Subway sandwiches, I will say that. All the taste comes from the sauce. You really need to be aware of what sauce you want to put on it, because that's going to determine what flavor the sandwich is. Because everything, all the layers in a Subway sandwich taste the exact same. I don't know how they do it. The bread and the meat and the veggies, it doesn't matter how many veggies you put on this thing. It all just blends into one unique Subway flavor. It tastes like the restaurant. That's the best way I can describe it. So yeah, if you get a good, I personally, for the sauces, I put mustard and mayo. I think that's probably as good as you can get. The Chipotle ain't bad either. But you know what? As long as you get a good sauce, Subway isn't too bad. I'm gonna give it a B. Yeah, I think B is fitting. I know I just complained about B getting full and I just keep putting things in B. But you know what? I think Subway is the perfect definition of a B tier restaurant. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. Taco Bell. Literally, everything in here is good. I like to call Taco Bell the same as the fast food equivalent of a Quentin Tarantino or a Wes Anderson movie. If you go see a Quentin Tarantino movie or a Wes Anderson movie, you know exactly what you're gonna get because they make the same thing over and over and over again. So if you like one of them, you're gonna like all of them, and if you don't like one of them, you're gonna not like any of them. Same thing goes for Taco Bell. If you order one thing from Taco Bell, guess what? You will probably like everything else on the menu. If you don't like things from Taco Bell, you will hate everything on the menu because they just make the same things over and over and over again. I am one of those people that loves Taco Bell. I think it's good. I like that horse meat they put in it. It just hits the spot when you need it to. I think it's an A. I think it's a solid A. Wendy's. Wendy's. I think, controversial opinion, I know, more hot takes. I think the burgers at Wendy's, if you're talking strictly fast food and not whatever Five Guys is, you know, Wendy's has the best fast food burgers. They just do. The Baconator, you can't beat that. That's an entire day's worth of calories, but you know what? I don't mind eating just the Baconator one day if it's gonna taste like that, you know? It's an S. It's an S. Also that Frosty, you know, pretty goddamn good, I will say. White Castle. White Castle is... I think White Castle is White Castle. Yeah, you gotta... If you know what White Castle is, you know what you're gonna get. You don't go into a White Castle expecting a 5-star Michelin experience. You go to White Castle to get stoner food. You go there to you just hit a bong. You just hotbox yourself in the parking lot, and then you just go inside and you order a Crave case or whatever it's called, and you just go to town on it by yourself in your car. It's a C. It gets the job done. Wingstop. Oh my god, Wingstop. I crave Wingstop at least once a week. That lemon pepper, those lemon pepper wings, those are like crack to me. I dream of Wingstop lemon pepper. It is, it's crazy. I love me a good wing, and unlike fried chicken, I don't feel terrible after eating chicken wings. I have to give this an S. I love me a good lemon pepper Wingstop wing. I think it's one of the best fast food items you can get. Lemon pepper Wingstop. And that's it. That's the list that I just realized there's so much more in Never Had than I did, that I actually ranked. I think I ranked maybe a third of the actual list. But yeah, this is a objectively correct list on fast food ranking. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. This is my ranking, and I want to know, how would you rank these fast food restaurants?